Greetings, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. This is your girl, Creatrix. And today we have a very lovely topic that is fun and interesting to speak about. Okay, so those of you that have been watching me and following me, right? It is well known, or we have talked about it several times, the fact that we are stepping into a devilish type of energy, a villain type of energy. All right. We're in our villain era. All right. Those of you who have been watching me, and that means tapping into the strategic, dark, shadow side of you to really get things done, to push your way past the resistance. Okay. Because you are somebody whose throne has been usurped. You've been pushed out of your throne unfairly, unjustly, having not done anything wrong to the people around you and in your life. Okay? You have been picked on, you have been pushed out, you have been prodded, you have been dissected, and you've just been violated in so many different ways by the people around you, by your family, by these unknown, nameless people who are active in the government, in Hollywood, all these secret societies that hide behind their gowns and their masks and, what they portray to the world, but they're really completely different underneath. And all you've been is genuine and authentic and bared your soul. You've let these people take and take and take and take from you, and you have had the fuck enough. All right? And all of this because the universe knows how loving and giving and nurturing you are. So you needed something extreme to push your back against the wall. You needed the whole world against you for you to finally wake up, because you've been lying dormant. You've just been, you know, relaxing, chilling, letting people take, because you're so abundant. You're so abundant. There's no need for you to ever be in survival mode. There's no need for you to get up and do things because, you're like a tree, right? Like it's like tree energy. Trees, when we hit them and hurt them, when we cut them down, when we take them sap, when we drill holes into them, when they're being eaten alive by ants and other insects, when woodpeckers are drilling holes into them, these creatures are alive, trees are alive, yet they are so humble and so grounded and so attached that they, so anchored, deeply anchored to the earth, that they don't feel a reason to fight back, or, they're just so like, they go with the flow of things, of nature. They're surrendered. They're not resistant at all, which is a good thing. I'm not telling you to be resistant, but you being dormant was resisting your true potential. And now it's come a time that you haven't been resisting, but you've come to a period of time, you've come to the next phase in your life where you are really stepping into your villain era. And that doesn't mean being unkind to people. That doesn't mean being chaotic and doing what other people did to you. No, that's not. You have your own specific, unique way of being a villain, all right? You're not just gonna go around hurting people all willy-nilly. You are someone who's extremely strategic. You have a plan, you have a vision, all right, that it's time to execute. And you've been building yourself up, preparing yourself for this very moment. And it's time for you to really step into this energy. It's giving me red carpet energy. All right. You're going to walk in and you're going to make your debut, and everything is in alignment. It's going to be effortless. It's going to roll out like a red carpet, ready for you to step on it with rose petals, at your feet, walking along. You're going to, in fact, be strutting along, striking a pose, looking good, catching eyes. You get what I'm saying? Revealing your talent to the world. right? And so this energy was brought to me by the universe, by my spirit guides, through the song, a song that I love very dearly, but I never looked at it this way. I never received the message like this, just through listening to this song. And I'm sure you guys are familiar with the movie The Lion King, the original one from 1944. In that movie, Scar, which is Mufasa's brother, he sings a song called Be Prepared. And it's one of my most favorite villain songs next to Ursula from from the Lemonade. All right. It's giving me, when I said Lemonade, I thought of Beyonce, and my guys are trying to say that Ursula is like Beyonce. So Beyonce could have siphoned your voice. She could have taken your voice, all right? She could have usurped, she could have destiny swapped you, period, because she does that to like several people. But what I'm picking up is that Beyonce, similar to Ursula in the way that she usurped your voice, but you're getting your voice back. All right, somebody's throat chakra is opening up, and you feel it, and you know this is confirmation for you, okay? But in the song Be Prepared, there are so many lines that resonate with this message that I am going to go through now, and then I will talk about how it connects, because what's happening is that your energy is causing a tower, it's causing chaos, it's crumbling two specific aspects or areas in the earth realm, in the matrix earth realm. Okay, one of them is in the religion, in the sphere of religion. Okay, and specifically I'm talking about the Vatican, the leaders, right? The secret society that resides in the Vatican, or at least is arose from the Vatican, that is governing the Western world, the entire world, really, but through the Western world and colonization, they are governing the entire world, right? And that includes Hollywood, which is the second aspect, which is the second leg of what your energy is currently helping to crumble or dismantle. Okay, and by Hollywood, I mean, once again, these secret societies, covens of witches and warlocks that have made it to that level, who are currently also running the world, right, in conjunction with the religion, the religious sphere, all right? And they are connected. They very much so are connected, okay? So if you notice, a lot of people who are in Hollywood, they use religion as a front, right? Like a mask that they put on to show the world that they're good people, but really their goals and their actions really scream otherwise, right? And in no way, shape, or form am I judging anybody. I'm not judging Beyonce. I'm not judging Hollywood. I'm not judging the religious sphere. I am stating what is happening on the earth. Think of me as a newscaster, okay? Newscasters, for the most part, they should not be biased, right? Journalists, we should not be biased. We should just bring the news, the truth, okay, as honest and as clear as possible, right? I've worked very hard to be a clear channel. I've let go of all, if not most all of my preconceived notions, my judgments, the things that were installed in me. I've tried my best to release all of those things and become a clear channel, all right? So, yeah, I'm not judging any of these people, places, things. I am clearly just stating what's going on in the energy and how it pertains to you, my love, because you are somebody who's very powerful. Okay, so yeah, let's go through the song Be Prepared. If you haven't listened to that song, or if you haven't listened to it in a while, I definitely suggest that you go and listen to it. It's, like I said, one of my favorite Disney songs, and my favorite Disney song from a villain. All right. So the first part that I want to discuss is when Scar says, "So prepare for a chance of a lifetime. Be prepared for sensational news. A shining new era is tiptoeing nearer." Okay. And yeah, excuse my singing. So, what this means is that you are being prepared, all right? You're being prepared for something that is going to surprise you. It's going to throw you off. Like, that's just period, point blank, because you're not expecting and you're not seeing. You're not expecting something big because you're not seeing it, okay? You could be very hidden. It's like the universe is moving around and reorganizing itself to, like I said, lay down a red carpet for you. And in the meantime, it's kind of like you're backstage. You're backstage and you're preparing. You're hydrating, you're putting on your makeup, glamorizing yourself, and you think you're doing this because it's like a daily routine. It's just something that you're used to because you've been learning how to be royal. You've been learning how to take care of yourself. You've been learning to carry yourself with a certain air. You're representing the universe, the most high, the true powers that be. You are a representation of them here on this realm. So you're looking good, you're feeling good, you've cleared your energetic field, which also means that you've cleaned your physical avatar as well, right? So you're busy doing those things while the universe is reconfiguring itself to effortlessly present some very sensational news that you're going to be receiving very, very soon. I feel like we are all very close to getting to this so-called destination, right? We all know that it's about the journey, but it's getting closer. Like, you can taste it, you can feel it. It's kind of like when there's a surprise party and people are acting weird and people are all of a sudden busy and you hear people in the background doing stuff and you're like, what the heck's going on? It's weird, and it's actually making you paranoid. You might even think that, like, people are doing stuff behind your back that's negative, right? But in actuality, and by they I mean your spirit guides in the universe, are preparing your gift, your surprise. All right? And there's a reason why you don't know what it is. There's a reason why you are not all in on the planning aspect of it. It's strategic. Okay? So there's something in you that needs to be shaped by not knowing what this is. I think the shock that you're going to experience is going to unleash something within you. Like, the level of shock, I just heard, the level of shock that you're going to experience, like, it is necessary. Okay, it's something about you not knowing. It's very important that you not know exactly what's going on. And so the hints that your spirit guides and the universe has been giving you thus far, just, you think you're getting the full story, just know you're getting breadcrumbs. Like, you really have no idea what is being prepared for you, all right, in the background. So yeah, this shining new era that's tiptoeing nearer, it's like, what I'm feeling is like it's coming. It's coming, it's being delivered. Okay, it's like a package. I'm picking up a package. It's like being delivered to you, and you don't have to do much except, like I said, cultivate yourself. All right. And something about getting rest, get as much rest as you can. That doesn't mean be a potato couch or be sluggish, right? Like, if you're into working out, you still need to work out, you still need to go out in nature, do fun things, be active, but rest while you can, because whatever is coming closer to you, whatever is tiptoeing nearer, is going to require, it's a whole new, what I'm picking up is like, it's a whole new playing field. It's a whole new playing field, so it's going to be different, and there might be turbulence in the beginning, right? Like, while you're adjusting to this new life. So get as much rest as you can now. Maybe you're not going to get as much sleep or rest in the new life. Like, obviously you're not going to get as much sleep or rest. Things are going to go quicker, I'm feeling like the pace is going to pick up, the speed is going to pick up. All right, you might be around a lot more people. All right, people's eyes might be on you more. All right, that's what I'm feeling. Okay, and the next part of the song is an injustice deliciously squared. Be prepared. Okay, so an injustice deliciously squared. Be prepared. Right. So, like I said in the beginning, right? You are somebody who's experienced injustice after injustice after injustice. I'm picking up on layers of injustice. You know, when one person's kicking you, right? You get kicked, and then like it's like I'm picking up, like, if people were surrounding you and you're in the middle, right? There's a big circle of people and you're in the middle. When one person kicks you, the other person from the other side kicks you, and then another person kicks you. You know, just kicking you while you're down constantly, right? From all these different areas. I'm picking up government, like I said, Hollywood, religion, all of these different sectors of power, like they're all in cahoots together to make sure that you stay down, because your epiphany, your awareness, your strength is a threat to all of these power structures. These power structures, they don't necessarily get along, right? These secret societies don't necessarily get along all the time. They have different ideals and different ways they want to do things. They want everything to benefit them, right? But one thing that they have united on, they have a united front on, is you not rising to power, because they know that the entire secondary matrix is going to crumble and none of them will be able to play the game, right? That's one thing that they can agree on. So you have been experiencing so many injustices and being violated in ways that you don't even realize or notice. Okay, something could have went on in your childhood, you know, like these powers that be, the scientists, all right, people who claim that they're scientists, they have developed ways of erasing memory. Okay, they've developed ways of clearing our thoughts, right? They have mechanisms and technology to be able to do these things. So what I'm picking up is that you don't remember a lot of injustices that have happened in your life. Oh my God, is making me emotional, because I really feel like as a younger person, as a child, you were violated in so many different ways. And like they made sure that there wasn't too many scars on your body. They made sure nothing was visible or weird. Like they did a really good cleanup job, but they needed to violate you, and they continue to violate you in your adulthood, but it's more unseen, right? But as a child, they violated you in ways that you wouldn't be able to recognize or pick up the signs about in your adulthood, because they knew how powerful you were. They had to ravage you, is what I just heard. I'm so sorry. They had to ravage you, is what I just heard. So yeah, they had to ravage you. However, when they deleted your memory, they allowed you to live a somewhat normal existence, right? Like at least you didn't have the memory of whatever they did to you. Of course, it's still in your subconscious mind, but at least it wasn't in your conscious mind. And that's how your ancestors and your guides and the universe kind of saved you, is by allowing them to wipe your memory. You know, obviously they did it because they didn't want you to know who you were and what had happened to you, right? Just in case you did get revenge or want revenge. But the universe allowed them to do that because the universe wanted to reclaim or sustain at least some bit of innocence, right? That for you to hold on to, right? For you to be ignorance is bliss is kind of coming to mind, that kind of thing. All right. So yeah, it made me a little emotional just there. Okay, so the next part of the song that we are going to be dissecting is this, which is very hard hitting. So prepare for a coup of the century. Be prepared for the murkiest scam. Meticulous planning, tenacity spanning, decades of denial is simply why I'll be king, undisputed, respected, saluted, and seen for the wonder I am. Yes, my teeth and ambitions are bared. Be prepared. Okay, so prepare for the coup of a century. Whatever it is, however it is that you're gonna flip the shit on these people. However, you're going to bring the chaos and break this stuff down and bring destruction is going to be one for the books. I'm picking up that you and your actions, this time frame in history is going to be known for centuries, eons to come. It's kind of like what has happened in the Bible, right? Like those things will be remembered. The actual events that the Bible refers to, those things will always be remembered. There's just things in history that people will not forget, and you are one of them. Your name is going down in history. I just heard flashing lights. Okay, your name is going to be on billboards, flashing lights, magazines. You're going to be well known, and you're not asking for permission, and you're not taking the so-called normal route. Okay, you're not gonna find a manager who's going to take you to auditions, and you're not gonna get signed by a label, and no one's gonna give you the alley-oop or the go-ahead. You're not gonna get the go-ahead from the industry. What you're gonna do is you're gonna infiltrate the industry. All right. If in fact you're not even going to infiltrate the industry, you're going to create your own lane to which people are going to find more impressive, right? You're going to create something adjacent to like Hollywood and celebrity, right? But it's going to be better. It's going to be original. Okay, it's going to be like an ancient form of royalty. Just like how celebrities and stuff are the nuanced and new age form of royalty, you're going to be the true organic form of royalty. And that's what's happening. And you're going to do it in a very shrouded way. Like your pathway is shrouded in mystery, even to you. You don't even know ahead of time like what is going on, but just know that when it's time for you to understand what's about to happen and how you should go about things, just know that you'll know. It's something internal inside of you that is going to awaken by this surprise. Okay, it's like I'm getting like a really like powerful psychic. That's what I'm getting. It's like your psychic abilities are going to heighten so much. You're going to be hyper aware. All of your senses are going to be very hyper aware. And at first, it could be overwhelming, is what I'm getting. It's like your smell, taste, touch, sight, and your just ability to know things is going to be on 10 because it's the first time you're experiencing it. Like when they come online, it's the first time you experience it, it's going to be overwhelming. But as time goes on, it's going to be your new baseline, so it won't be as overwhelming, if that makes sense. Okay. The murkiest scam, like I said, it's shrouded in mystery. So yeah, if you're wondering why your psychic gifts aren't as good as you know them to be, right? Like already you're like the top psychic, one of the top psychics in this realm. However, you know that it could be better, and you're like, why isn't it? It's on purpose. It's because your guides in the universe are trying to keep some things from you. All right, you're already so psychic to the point where you know something weird is going on. You're picking up on stuff, but you just don't know exactly what it is. That's on purpose. They are blocking you. All right, nobody, no secret society and all that is affecting you with their stupid ass spell work, even though they're trying, right? Your spirit guide is in full control, okay, and you're being blocked on purpose, right? And when it's time for your gifts to come online fully, that's what's going to happen. All right, so don't worry. All right, so meticulous planning, tenacity spanning. So yes, very meticulous planning is going on here. Your guides are using a strategy, a very detailed strategy. You even are part of this detailed strategy, but you came up with it or you contributed to it before you came on this realm, right? Before you forgot who you are. So now you don't remember anything, but whatever is going down right now is what you have already contracted to happen before you came to this realm, right? So in the spiritual realm, you spoke to your guides and you asked for assistance from different entities, and this is the plan that you've come up with. And what I'm picking up on is that you're a very good director. Okay? Entities love watching when you come to this earth realm because you come up with really crazy good plans. It's like you're a director. You're directing a play right now, and it's full of drama and wonder and amazement, right? You're mesmerizing these entities with what you've come up with because even them, they don't know all the different parts. Like, what I'm picking up is that you're such an advanced being that this is all unfolding within you. And instead of telling everybody the plan, you've created a blueprint that you've hidden within yourself that you are allowing to unfold as you go. So it's not only a surprise to you, but it's a surprise to all of the entities that are also watching you. Okay, it's like a reality show. It's like a reality show. In a reality show, technically, if it's reality, it's not scripted. So, like the camera crew, production, and all of that, the director, they are also surprised by what the cast members do, say, and all of that, right? So, it's kind of like that. It's kind of like that. You don't know what's going to happen, and they don't know what's going to happen fully, all right? But one thing I do know for sure is that they're protecting you throughout all of it, and they want you to know that. So, decades of denial is simply why I'll be king, undisputed, respected, saluted, and seen for the wonder I am. Okay, so you have been denied. You have been denied your rightful place. These people, okay, this is what I'm picking up. These people in these different arenas or areas in this realm, okay, the religious sector, the royalty, celebrity sector, right, and the government sector, the scientists, the mathematicians, the higher learning sector, right? They've all denied you uh, a place which is where you belong. Like I said, they're all in cahoots with each other. They all know not to tell you the truth. They all know not to reveal anything to you. They all know that they can watch you. They can, play puppet with your life. But what they cannot do is be seen. Okay? That's why they're all tiptoeing around you. Like, you could actually be meeting people who are secret agents, who are government agents. You could be interacting with these people, they could be watching you right from where you are, but they all know not to reveal themselves to you. Okay, that's a very important part of the plan. And that's exactly why you were chosen for this specific mission, is because you are extremely psychic, right? You don't need to see things with your physical eyes to be able to know what's going on around you and handle that accordingly, right? But these people have denied you your birthright, your throne, all right? You are more powerful than all of these entities, all of these aspects combined. Okay, and you have such a pure heart. You're meant to govern and steer the world in the right direction. You're meant to nurture the globe, the earth, with love, unconditional love, right? But they have purposely denied you that seat, right? Like, they think that they can deny you, right? And that's the point of this mission, is to show them that their efforts are pointless, that they can't deny anybody. When the universe says that you belong in a certain seat, on a certain throne, in a certain position, the universe is going to get you there, and they're going to tell you that they're going to do it, just like I'm telling you that it's going to happen. They know exactly what's going to happen. They know what the prophecy is. All right? They call you the beast. They call you 666. They call you the devil reincarnated. Right? They call you the bringer of chaos and disease and death and blah, blah, blah. Right? But they can't deny you your throne. They can talk, they can be in resistance, they can throw a tantrum, they can wail and cry and scream. But you're going to get there one way or another, and you're going to do it with style, okay? And they're going to respect you. They're going to respect you. And not only that, the rest of the world is going to know your name. It's giving me Mulan energy, all right? It's giving me Mulan energy. I could be talking to somebody who is seen as a weak link, someone who's seen as worthless. All right, you know how in Mulan, because she's a woman, she's not respected or seen as valuable, right, or intelligent, and she ended up being the bravest badass warrior that China had ever seen, and the actual emperor bowed down to her. That movie makes me emotional too. So yeah, your teeth and your ambitions are bared. So be prepared. So you're coming in full force, right? Like you want this, you see this, you want this, and you're going for it. Okay, in a past previous version of you, you could have been okay with, staying at home and being, working at a 9 to 5 and, just having, your little friends and going out on the weekends. You could have been somebody who didn't expect much for yourself. All right. And the universe and your guides had to knock some sense into you and say, hello, this is who you are. This is what you can do. This is what you're capable of. Like, let's go. Let's go. It's go time. That's what they're saying. Be prepared to watch some people fall. You're going to see a whole society collapse. But not only that, you're going to watch a lot of new things come into your life. All right. This is a renewal, a brand new energy. And whatever your ambitions are, your goals, they're set. They're set, is what I just heard. All right. Set could be on your team as well, or he could be looking after you. Set, as in the Kemetic deity in the Kemetic pantheon, the one who killed Azar, his brother. Okay, the previous ruler of the underworld, Set. All right, but your goals and your ambitions are set. Like everything that you ever wanted up until this point is going to unfold before your eyes. No matter how grandiose, no matter how crazy you thought it was, you're a magician. You're a magician. You're a magician, and you're going to shape the reality. Okay, and this reality is going to exist for a very long time. Okay, until the next cycle. All right, so that's what it is. And I wanted to talk about, while we're at it, I wanted to talk about the royalty, celebrity sector and the religious sector. But let's start with the religious sector. Okay, so the Vatican, right? That's the Greeks and the Romans. They've used religion basically to invade the world, to invade the globe slowly, right? And now in present day, they've made it so they have many people and many countries under their control, right? So what's going on is that Zeus, right, the Greek and the Roman pantheon is kind of like, it's like Zeus, Hera, Aphrodite, Poseidon, Hades, and there's others, but those are the main ones. They're going through a glow up, or like a growth process, an evolution process. I feel like I'm explaining like my children's bad behavior right now. Like I feel like I'm explaining to y'all why my kids are misbehaving. So they're going through a process of releasing, right? And so different entities they take turns being naughty. All right. So it's no judgment towards them, but they take turns being naughty, right? And so it's not an accident that the Vatican is controlling the rest of the world, right? They're controlling the governments, they're controlling, the celebrities and all that stuff, right? All these secret societies. The very, very tippy top is the Vatican, right? And it even goes deeper than that, because the Pope and stuff who we see, they're not the ones doing the decision making. There's hidden people in that area, right? But basically, like I said, Zeus, Hera, Aphrodite, Hades, Poseidon, and a few other of them, not all of the Greek pantheon, but some of the most hard-hitting ones, they are running amok right now on this realm. And it's because it's their turn. It's their turn to do so. It's their turn to be the villains. And what we are seeing now in this earth realm is their characteristics. Like the way that they've colonized and usurped people's minds, they've colonized our minds to manifest their own characteristics, right? Like Aphrodite is kind of like the Jezebel, what we call like the Jezebel spirit. All right, like the using your body to cause chaos and rip people apart, to be like seduce men and women. Like it's all for our greatest and highest good, right? But what it's complicated, but basically just to make it clear, so that Jezebel energy is coming from Aphrodite. Zeus, the way that my guides explain Zeus to me is he's a man woman, is what they said. And they use, no offense to anybody, but they use the word transvestite. All right. And I personally don't use that term. If you're transgender, I think that's beautiful. That's fine. Do I think that's in alignment? It's not. It's not in alignment. However, am I judging you for it? No. Do I love you? Yes. Do I support your right to make your own choices? Of course, right? However, that's the word that they use when they describe Zeus, is transvestite. So so they're not describing him as androgynous, right? Which is an entity who has a balanced level of masculine or feminine, or doesn't even identify as masculine or feminine, right? They're androgynous, right? But Zeus, they described him as a transvestite man woman. So it's giving like a lot of confusion. It's giving imbalances, sacral chakra imbalances. Okay, so that's what that is. And it's giving grape energy. All right, Zeus is a known grapist, and that's what you see. And it's like it's a lot of hate toward the feminine, toward the feminine, energy, period. Right? Zeus does not like, so basically Zeus is the god in the Bible, in the Old Testament. That's who Zeus is. Okay, and you see why in religion they have taken away the female part of the Trinity, or the feminine part of the Trinity, and why there's, instead they replaced it with the Holy Spirit, right? So that's what that is. And so all of these different entities that are running amok from the Greek pantheon, they all have their own vibration and frequency that they have unleashed onto this realm, and we are mirroring that back, okay, in order to help them grow and us grow. Because it's all a collective consciousness, right? So it's their turn to get better and like ascend and all of that stuff. So they're going through a contraction period, and it's kind of raining down on us, right? But it's all for our best and highest good, because it's allowing us to also go through a collective healing process as well. Okay, and there are other pantheons who get to run amok, right? They get to be naughty. They get to, you know what I'm saying? They get to be, toddlers for a few 6,000 years or however much, right? So that's what's going on. It's the Vatican is, they're the ones who have created this secondary matrix, all right, to compete with the original matrix, which is the one that the original creator, the Most High, created. Okay, so that's one. So the second thing that I want to talk about is Hollywood, right? These celebrities who basically have taken the place of royalty, right? But they have just named it celebrities, right? But basically they have very, very, like a very extreme influence on the general population. Music in and of itself, sound frequencies can infiltrate our subconscious and plant seeds, and so wielding that kind of power is pretty extreme, right, for these celebrities. So they're able to have us feel things and do things subconsciously through the music, right? And so these people, what they do, and specifically Rock Nation, all right, Jay-Z and Beyonce, and I don't know why my guys want to go in on them, because Jay-Z and Beyonce have been running amok. So we're just going to talk about Rock Nation, all right? And there's different sectors of secret societies that are in Hollywood, all right? But specifically, we're going to talk about Rock Nation because I feel like they are at the top, all right? They are the heavy hitters, right? So what Rock Nation does is, well, let's talk about what being a celebrity or royalty means, right? Like, or how people get there. So what happens is people who are master manifestors are the ones who are accepted into that royalty, right? To be royalty means that you are extremely gifted. You are a master manifester. And that's why, like, you can't get to that position unless you show some type of talent. But it's not the type of talent you think it is. The type of talent that they're looking for is like witchcraft, so called witchcraft, or occult, like occult talent, spiritual gifts, the cultivation of spiritual gifts. Okay, I'm talking about LeBron, Rihanna, Chris Brown, Willow Smith. I'm talking about, just like everyone who's made it to that level, right? That threshold to be a celebrity. They have proven themselves like proper witches, proper wizards, right? Proper occultists, right? And that's how you get into that club. But what Rock Nation does in particular, right, is before these master manifestors, or Hollywood in general, really, before these master manifestors who have star quality, right, who have shown skills of being a magician, of being an illusionist, right, what they do is they usurp them. So instead of these individuals being on their own, that's why they hate independent artists. That's why they hate when people go out on their own and stuff. That's why Nipsey Hussle had to go. That's why Michael Jackson had to go. That's why Prince had to go. And so many more people, right? Once you become independent and start to do things on your own, you become uncontrollable, right? So what Rock Nation and these Hollywood elites do in general is they capture these master manifestors and they invite them into their clan, into their secret societies, and under the guise of promising them more advantages, more ends, more connections. Oh, you're gonna get bigger when you're with us. You're gonna shine brighter. We can help you. We'll put money in you. We'll help you be an influencer. We'll invest in you, right? But in actuality, what Rock Nation and the rest of these Hollywood people do is they actually put a ceiling on the ability of these people to flourish, right? They don't allow these people to go past a certain level because they want to control and hone in on their magic. That's what they do. That's what Rock Nation and Hollywood does. That's why when people are coming up, like new artists are coming up, that's why they try to go and they offer them deals quickly, right? Oh yeah, we got you, we do this for you, we'll help you, right? They give you a lesser offer than what you could get on your own. And that's why you, my love, have been excluded from these so-called royals or these celebrities, right? Is because they know that you cannot be tamed. You're not gonna go for it. You're not going to go for it because you've proven that you have morals, that you have standards. All right. Like they do research on you. They watch you. They see how you move. They see that you're not opening your legs for everybody. They see what you're saying and how you speak and how you encourage people to be better. You operate on unconditional love. So they can't have that in their group because not only will you be independent, not only will you not have a ceiling as to how far you will grow and how much power you will accumulate through your journey, but you will begin to wake up other people. You will begin to wake up other people that they have put in effort and invested into keeping in chains in a box, right? In these contracts. Like Rock Nation and the people affiliated in Rock Nation, the tippy top people, what they do is they make it look like they're helping people, but really they're making sure that people don't step out, that they don't get the wrong idea. It's all about mind control, right? That's why it's a cult. It's all about mind control. That's what cults are about. That's the definition of a cult. All right. And so that's literally what Hollywood is. It's this fake Hollywood, this fake royalty, right? What they do is they make sure, like, as we're playing this game and going through our journey, they're making sure that people don't pass certain levels. Okay? Literally, people, like, we are supposed to surpass the level of royalty of that matrix, right? It's just kind of like a final boss energy, but they're not final. You get what I'm saying? They're just new levels and new devils type of thing, right? So we're supposed to surpass them, but a lot of people get stuck in that. All right, they get stuck on that level. They get mesmerized. They become mesmerized by the money, the fame, the notoriety. But you you scare the shit out of them because you don't care about money. You don't care about money. You don't beg. You don't grovel. Look, these people are affecting your finances. These people are making sure that you don't make no money doing nothing. If you're on social media, if you're trying to monetize your account, they're trying to make sure that your videos don't get seen or your posts don't get seen. They're making sure that people don't follow you. They're making sure that, like you're just growing really, really, really slow or you're not growing at all, right? But you keep going. You keep going and you keep going and you keep going, all right? Because it's not about the money to you. It's not about the fame. It's not about the notoriety. You are genuine. You are authentic, all right? And you are indirectly teaching these people the truth. You are inspiring these people because best believe they're watching you. Okay, so they don't want to admit it, but they feel a stir in their hearts. They feel a stir of energy, an inkling, a dash of love in their hearts. And that love is going to grow bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until they cannot deny it. Okay, you're not doing magic on them. You're not invading their privacy. You're not, it's they're making the choice to view you. They're making the choice to listen to you. They're making the choice to be obsessed with you, to watch your every move. Little do they know that every word that you speak is comforting them. Every word that you utter is like, honey on their lips. Every ounce and bit of love that you show these people, every time you denounce, judgment on these people, it's like a warm hug to them. Because deep down inside, these people just want hugs. They just want to experience love. And you are the biggest generator of unconditional love. So only you can come to this earth realm and provide the love that these people need in order to heal. They've tried to convince you. They tried to convince you to stop doing what you're doing, to abandon your efforts by being unkind to you, by breaking you down, by violating you over and over again, in hopes that you will change, that your heart will harden, that your most precious power, which is your ability to unconditionally love, that you will abandon that power, that you will give up. They've put narcissistic lovers in your path. They've put people that will hurt you. They've put you in a family that will abuse you, misuse you, hurt you. Yet you still found a way to love unconditionally, to rise up, to still be your authentic, true self. And they're fucking terrified. They're fucking terrified. They can't believe somebody like you exists. They can't believe it, because had they went through half of the shit that you went through, they would have burned down the entire village by now. But you still remain focused, calm, consistent, and unconditionally loving. And they know that they have already lost. They know that they have no choice but to surrender to the love. I love you all so very much. And I know that for sure I'll see you in the next video. If you feel called to, please follow me on TikTok, Instagram, my Facebook. All right, I post the most on TikTok, so if anything, follow me on there. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I will see you in the next video. I love you so much. Creatrix out. Peace.